Hi there, my name's Craig. I'm a commercial photographer in Scotland in the UK, and you're joining me here on a quick walk around my neighbourhood, ostensibly to test a little rig I've made for a 360 behind the scenes camera. So this tree here just got chopped back this morning. I was keen to capture that, and I love the look on this woman's face. Bewilderment. I see that a lot. Anyway, there's the there's first frame. So moving on through the neighbourhood. So I'm shooting on a Fuji GFX100RF camera here, and you'll already seen from that first frame that I'm shooting in a X-Pan aspect ratio, which is 65:24. So effectively 2 frames of 35mm side by side. I come from shooting an X-Pan for a number of years. It's a format I really relish, and yeah, this camera's been a bit of a revelation, really. You know, a small digital X-Pan, and yeah, I can count on one hand the number of frames I've done in its native 4:3 ratio. It just lives on this. I'm a big fan. So so this building here is one of the tallest buildings in Perth, bizarrely. We don't have many high-rise buildings, and they're doing work on that, so I was keen to capture that with some scaffolding on it. And then I just spotted this woman here in the middle of the frame, and grabbed a quick shot there. I'm a big fan of putting people right in the centre of a frame. I know it goes against all the photo school rules, but you know, they're there to be broken. So you can see I'm taking a number of frames here. Quite a few of them were just pretty average, so I've not included them in the final cut. They're for a sort of ongoing archive project I have. So this gable end here, quite like the sort of shape of that. You can see in this frame, it's quite stark, quite an empty frame, all very symmetrical. I like symmetry in a picture as well. I think that works really well. So that's Perth Library off to the left, the frame there, and then in the centre is a now derelict hotel that suffered a fire 2 or 3 years back and has remained closed since, which is quite tragic, really. All boarded up, as you can see there. So yeah, so walking up the Glasgow road here, we were heading out of town, and spotted this Indian restaurant, a former bank building, and quite like it, as it lends itself well to that aspect ratio. And then cross the road and through what used to be one of the last garages in the centre of town. It was a Subaru garage, and then walking through what used to be an auto electrician's Lucas service centre. Nice Defender there, and I've used this, photographed this space quite a lot. It's an old warehouse for an ironmongers and seed merchant, I suppose, dating back. It's now a gym, but I'm a big fan of all the textures and the brickwork and the cobbles, and I suppose it's all a bit kind of what could you say? Well, it's seen better days, hasn't it? So yeah, that kind of lends itself well to that underexposed look, which I quite like. Just caught that chap there. I like putting people in pictures. It gives them a sense of, gives the picture a sense of scale, I suppose, if nothing else. I do that whenever I can. Obviously not here, just a pretty rudimentary picture of back end of shop retail unit, I suppose. So working around this space here, this courtyard space, there's a couple of things that worked, a couple of things that didn't. Again, I quite like the symmetry of that, and the power of 3, and I had a wee nosy about up in here, an old lift shaft there and whatnot, but nothing really screamed. The light, you know, I think had they been in the light it would have been different, but you know, they're in the shade and it was quite flat there, so kind of moved on. And anyway, here's the next frame coming up, which is a detail, I suppose, if you like. So yeah, so I've been capturing all this on an Insta 360x5 camera, which I've got rigged on an old custom bracket that I used for flash many moons ago, and yeah, it works okay. I mean, it's slightly incongruous, but it seems stable enough, and you know, it allows a picture of you know, the surroundings and myself. So yeah, I'm reasonably happy with that. This frame here, just looking back through that little sort of alley, penned as we'd call them up here. Again, just catching the people just on the third point there, just animating it slightly. And I've kind of just gone in a big circle here. I've left the house and I've been out for no more than, I don't know, 20-25 minutes. We're back to this hotel again, which looks equally terrible from this side, which is the main road through town. So sad to see. So I'm waiting for traffic here to clear. Grab a frame of that. Well, I've photographed it many times before actually, it never changes. Apart from the vegetation. And then going down back into town here, down the Glasgow Road. And you'll see a wee shot of that. Didn't really float my boat. And then this here is a pub called the Robert Burns, or the Rabbie Burns, and there's a statue of the bard above the pub. And then having a wander back towards home now, really. Yeah, I think I played with the reflection in that window there. It was quite nice. And then down this back street on the left there is a fantastic building. It's the BT telephone exchange. It's cracking. And then here was the back of a printworks. McKinley's printworks had been demolished, and they're putting flats in. So yeah, capturing a bit of that. You can see that it's empty for a while with all the vegetation, and then grabbing a frame of the frontage of the 60s masterpiece that is the telephone exchange. Lovely building. Not everyone would agree with that, obviously. And then another little alleyway penned is just down here, a little spot, and people strip back doors and take them back to bare wood, and there's always a pile of doors here, which is quite interesting. And then coming up to the last frame, which is just looking through this penned, just waiting for someone. Again, unfortunately this woman approached from behind, and she helped just complete this picture here, although I didn't see her for a while, as you'll see. There she goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fab.
Thank
Totally
you.
unaware that she's featured in the picture. Anyway, that's the last frame. Thanks so much for watching this, and I hope you've found it entertaining. And yeah, come back, and there'll be more content like this coming soon. Thanks.